No drama, makeup mama. I'm wildly looking for my mirror. There it is. Hello, I'm here. It's me. It's Sunday. How is your weekend going? Mine, if you watched my parade video, you could tell has been busy. But I am here to do a first impressions on Beauty Bakerie, which is a smaller indie brand. The founder is a African-American cancer survivor, and she decided she wanted to make a brand that, you know, represented her community, what she was about. I think she is a baker too. So all their stuff is really cute and baker themed. And they also have buy two, get one free on palettes. So I got 3 palettes, 2 for me, 1 for you. So 1 is going in the giveaway. I'm gonna show you guys that one first, just because I'm not gonna swatch it or touch it. It's the Cotton Candy Champagne Blush Palette, or excuse me, highlight palette. It's so cute. It comes in this box, and you open the box up somehow, like that, and it's got little poofs of cotton candy, and then you take it out, and that's the actual, so this is just packaging. And then the reason I'm not keeping it, I think I accidentally ordered the dark one instead of the light one, and this is not gonna work for my skin tone. So, but they are really, really pretty. So this will go to one of you. The colors are Sip Sip Parade, 24 Champagne Diet, Stop and Smell the Rosé, and No Champagne, No Gain. So really cute little bobbity boo. It says these metallic sheens will leave you feeling light and bubbly. So I think it's super cute. Their palettes range between $30 and $40. So they are not the cheapest brand to be an indie brand. But because they're an indie brand, I think that's part of the pricing, just because, you know, if you're not producing as much product, it's more expensive to produce. So I'm fine with that. And then the ones that I got, and I'm actually going to do side-by-side swatches so you can see both palettes at the same time. I got the Do It For The Gram eyeshadow palette. And it says, our Do It For The Gram eyeshadow palette will have you begging, gimme, gimme s'more, with 12 foil matte and duochrome powdered ice cream shades. So this is what it looks like. Now, when I got this, I don't think I realized there was only 12 in there. So they're gigantic. Like, the pan size on these is huge. And, I mean, if I'm being honest, this is not what I expected out of a palette called Do It For The Gram. I thought it was going to be a lot more neutral, but we do have a really pretty plum and blue. There are 4 mattes. It looks like there's 4 mattes, 4 foils, and 4 duochromes. So kind of an even balance of all of those. There are like the smoky colors. I'm really not sure where the purple, the blue, and the green fit in, just in the whole s'more thing. Cause like this part of the palette makes sense to me. This part doesn't. Like, I think I probably would have liked to have seen some more chocolatey colors, but, or like a lighter color for marshmallow. But like I said, I haven't tried it yet. I'm not hating. The other one I got because it was so kitschy and cute is called Game of Cones. These were both $38, and it's Fury of the Oven. So this is obviously a play on Game of Thrones. It says, our Game of Cones Fury of the Oven eyeshadow palette places your eyes under the protection of the dragon's wings. With mattes and shimmers spearheading the heat, you can go dark and grudgy or strong with pops of color. Either way, it can usher you to your destiny. Now, the reason I got this one, instead, they have a couple other ones. They like a banana pudding one, but all the colors in that looked very similar. And this one was like chapow. My only issue with this is that it says with mattes and shimmers, but there are no mattes in this. And I mean, I don't know, maybe when I swatch them, I'll see mattes. It's really pretty though, and the names are so funny, like Slay Scale and Iron Cone instead of Iron Throne. So, all right, so I'm going to have my darling assistant, Larry Wellington, come, and he is going to zoom in on my arm, and I'm going to swatch 12 from the gram and the 12 from the Game of Cones, okay? So we'll be right back. So this one is the Do It For The Gram eyeshadow palette. Now you can see just by the sizes, these are both 12 shades. So these are obviously much larger, so you're getting a way better value in the, and it says Got MILF, which, whatever. And then this is says Game of Cones on it. It's got a cute little mirror. So this one has no mirror, this one has a mirror. So if you're asking me, they're the same price, this would be the better value, even though these pans are bigger, but we're gonna see. So these don't have color names, so I'm just gonna start left to right, top to bottom. So this is that. That's the color that obviously you would use as an all over color. And it's matte. Here's the next one. It's kind of like a warm graham tone. The next one is a shimmer. Actually, that's a foil. And it's kind of it's really pretty. It's kind of like a peachy shift. And then the next one is a matte brown, which is surprisingly not patchy. I should have gotten an eye makeup remover out. Oh well, I can wipe my hands off. Hold on. All right, so the next one is one of the ones that I don't understand. It's kind of a, I don't know. It's kind of like a navy blue, which to me, in the scheme of graham crackers, doesn't really make sense. But, ooh, this next one is super, super soft and metallic. And that's like a copper. And then we have, ooh, this one's soft too. Oh my gosh. And it is yeller. That is like bright, bright gold. And then the last one in this row is a matte red, which is a little patchy. It's kind of a terracotta color. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna wipe my fingers off real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, so now that my fingers are clean, moving on to row 3, you have this like plum color. Ooh, okay. That is an interesting shift, if you guys can see it. It actually kind of has a warm copper undertone with a purple like amethyst shift. That's really interesting. And now that I have it on, it actually goes really well with these. This I'm still not enjoying. All right, so the green, I guess like if we're outside and camping, sure, why not? But, okay, Beauty Bakerie, that's the green. It's actually brown with a little bit of a green shift to it. And that is, that really is, that's the color that is. That's gorgeous too. Okay. Okay, I'm a believer. I don't like the blue, but these two can stay. All right, so the next one is a red. That is just a metallic. I guess this is more like antique gold and this is more bronze, copper, excuse me. And then the last one, ugh, and I made these swatches so big and I got to swatch still. The last one is, it's pretty similar to that. It's kind of in between these two and it's more of an orange. So that is the Graham palette. And now stop heavy breathing, Mallory. My husband loves me. Okay, so the next one is Game of Cones. And they do have names, which are fun. All right, so this first one is Storm. And that is a really, really light gold pink color. This next one is Cakeless Men. And that's just a really pretty kind of bubblegum pink. The next one is Sleigh Scale, which is, ooh. That has a really interesting shift. It's a gray shift. It's a pink with a gray shift. I don't know if I've ever seen a color that color. This next one is Iron Cone. And it looks like a matte. I think it's the matte. Yeah. That's a pretty color. It's kind of black with a little bit of green in it. A little bit of gray in it. I don't know. These are interesting colors. The next one's Beats Landing. And that is a true blue, like cobalt, which is weird because in the pan it kind of looks purple. All right, sorry, I'm washing my hands off still. And the next one is Poppy Seed. Ooh, and it's real soft. Wow, okay, look at Poppy Seed and then look at what just swatched on my hand. And I'm not trying to be deceitful. That is the color that swatches. It's like a copper with a green shift. It's very interesting. The next one is Burn Cloak. And it is, ooh, that is a true bronzy, really, really pretty color. The next one is Valor, which looks black. It does not feel quite as soft as the others. Yeah, that's a matte black. And then we have Wild Things instead of Wildlings. You guys, are any of you excited that Game of Thrones is coming back on? I know my husband is like crazy. All right, so this is Wild Things, which is like a gunmetal color. Snow Queen. Ooh, that's pretty too, and that's kind of a matte. Cakester, which kind of like almost like a highlight color. And then Dragon Cone, which is kind of an electric blue. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 5 mattes in there, so that's pretty good. So those are the colors in both of the palettes. I'm gonna do 2 different makeup looks, but I'm gonna use both palettes. So there you go. All right, so I have gone ahead and laid down my MAC Painterly pot. I've also taken the first color in the Graham, Do It For The Graham palette and laid that down all over my eyes because I'm gonna try to do one eye that's like more kind of warm and s'more-y, and then one eye with the Game of Cones. However, the Game of Cones does not have a color that I can lay down all over my eyes because it's more of an editorial palette, so I just use Graham for both. So I'm gonna stick with, on my left eye, I'm gonna stick with the Graham palette, and on the right eye, I'm gonna stick with the Game of Cones. We good? We good. We're good. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so first thing we need to do, this blush, okay, it is clean. It's just stained green. Sorry, guys. I'm going to go in with that second color that's almost like the Cafe au lait color. And on this side, just to kind of build a transition. And it's not that much darker, but like, you know, when your first transition color is just to kind of place some pigment, get you ready. But it is a really, these are blending very well. And honestly, guys, when I swatched them, you know, swatches go on different than they do on your eyes, obviously. But I was really surprised at some of the shifts in the foils. So let me know if you guys own any other Bakerie goodies. And I know their setting powder comes in like a little flower bag and it's supposed to be really cute. But their palettes were on sale and that's why I got them. So I'm gonna do one eye at a time because it really does confuse me to try to do 2. I'm just not that good. All right, so I'm gonna take my Morphe R39 brush, which is just a little bit of a tapered blending brush, and I'm gonna go into that matte chocolate because, like I said, I don't like a whole lot of metallic. You guys know that, above my eyeball. So I'm going into the matte chocolate and just warming this crease up a little bit. Ooh, that's a pretty color on. Oh gosh, guys, is this gonna be one of those videos where I say pretty a million times?
Start the pretty counter.
Oh no, the pretty counter. No. I can find new words. I have a large vocabulary. I can find some new words. All right. That's gorgeous. It's just a really soft, subtle, chocolatey brown. I like it. And, you know, if you put some on and you're like, ooh, that's too much, you can always go back in with that first transition color you put on and smooth it out if you want to. So now since we're doing kind of like that campfire look, what am I gonna do here? So many different ways I could go. I think I really want to use this really bright yellow, and I want to use that cool blue. So we're going to do that. I'm going to take a packing brush. This is a Morphe M166. And I'm going to pack some of that yellow. Oh, what? You guys. This is splendiferous. Wow. That is really good. Like, I would spray my brush, but I don't think I need to. Okay, so I'm gonna go from the other side with that cool shifty color. I'm gonna call it shifty because it's not what I thought it was gonna be at all. And I can't really describe it. It's kind of like purple, it's kind of like red. It's unique. And oh my gosh, it looks splendid on. I'm trying so hard not to say the P word. It kind of looks purple. But then like when I turn my head, it looks red. That's so weird. Okay, well, because of that, you guys, gorge. Okay, because you know I'm not done playing, obviously. I'm gonna take my chic, tapered precision brush. Use code NODRAMA for 10% off. And I'm going to emphasize, and I'm not getting a lot of fallout either, which is nice. I'm gonna emphasize that dark color. I'm actually gonna go in with the red, the matte red. Lord help me. And kind of just go right in my corner. Yes. And anytime you have a duochrome, and a duochrome is exactly what it sounds like, 2 chromes. So they basically mix 2 different chrome pigments together. One of them usually you can see more obviously, it's the base chrome, and then there'll be like a shift. A lot of times it'll be like a darker color, so like if there's a blue and it's a duochrome, it might have like a silver shift, so that if you like turn it in the light, it looks silver. This one is kind of a blue to red, which you don't really see a lot of. Like I'm liking it. So all I'm doing is I just warmed up right in my crease, and just on the outside corner of my eye, I'm gonna rub a little bit of that reddish color under there too. And you guys, I really don't want to do a whole bunch more. I'm enjoying this. Where's my Mackie? Mackie, there you are. Good old Mac. I am going to try to pack a little bit more of the yellow onto my eyelid, like right in the corner. And these are very buildable. These are building very well. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that, more in the corner, and then to kind of transition into that bluey red, I'm gonna take that kind of Bordeaux color right in the center of my eye. And all that's doing is kind of giving me a transition. And because I really like that blue-red color, I'm gonna do something that I don't do a lot. And I'm gonna spray my brush. What? Jessica's spraying her brushes, no. I try to avoid doing this because if you spray your brushes and put it in shadow, you know, if mistakes are made, they're there. Like, they stick. But I think I can do it with this color and it come out pretty. So then I'm just taking my dampened paddle brush, ooh, and going right in the corner of my eye. This is taking an unexpected turn. This is not where I thought this was going, but I like it. That's fun, right? I think it's fun. You guys can't answer me. So you could be saying, oh, it looks awful. And I'll just be like, la-di-da-di-da. My eye looks great. I'm going back in with that second transition shade I went and just kind of blending. Just so I don't have any harsh lines or anything. It almost looks like a rainbow on my eyes, guys. That's not what I thought this look was going to be. But apparently, that's the direction it wanted to go. And I don't fight my eyes. I try not to. I'm going with a little bit of that yellow and then back in with that blue-red. I don't know. Right just on the inside corner of my eye. And that's pretty much my completed eye look. Like, I mean, I could go up with color into my transition, but I'm trying to keep this one a little bit more natural because I know I'm gonna have to do lots of color, God help me, with the other one. Yeah, okay. well, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off for just a second, put a little bit of eyeliner and mascara on this eye, and then we'll come back and do this one. Okay, so even though we used some more natural colors, I did still, like, I would say that this is definitely still a natural eye, but I did use a teal colored liner just to kind of pop the little bit of color that there is. And that blue really, you know, once you mix it in with the gold and the red, I mean, it's adding a little bit of like of a warm purple almost, but not really that much else. I'm liking it. I don't know if this is a palette that I would reach for all the time, but it's definitely really good payout and they blend really well. I just don't know how much I would wear it. Does that make sense? But it is very pretty. Okay, I need a drink because I'm parched. And now I'm staring at this game of cones like, because I try like when I'm talking to kind of start looking down and saying, all right, this is where I'm going to go with this. I don't know where I'm going with this. Guys, I think I'm going to go blue in my crease. Yes, yes, everyone gasp, be appalled, or I don't know. I can't hear you, so you're saying, no, Jessica, don't do it. Your words are lost on me. So I'm gonna use a fluffy Morphe M33 brush. I would use more of my chic brushes, but I don't have a whole lot of them. And I'm gonna go in with Dragon's Cone, guys. Dear Lord. I hope you see that, right? I am going to tap my brush. And here we go. Sometimes you have to be bold. Okay, well that's not nearly as bold as I thought it was gonna be. I had this whole like build up. And now it's like, wah, wah. It is blue though. But I definitely need more than that. There we go. Okay, so the key to this eye, I'm going to be very colorful with this, but I want it to look super, super blended, so you can't tell where one color starts and another color stops. Because to me, and this is just my opinion, you can do with it what you will, to me, the artistry is in the blending. Unless you're doing a contour crease, or even if you are doing a contour crease, a lot of times people have like 10, 15 different eyeshadows on, but the key is to make it look like you don't. It's to be able to do the contour and the, you know, rigmarole without it looking shisty. I'm so conscious of what I'm saying now because people have started saying that I make up my own words. So now I'm like, is that a real word when I say it? All right, so now I'm going to that Beats Landing, which is not really that blue. It's kind of like it's a cobalt, and I'm going deeper into my crease. And I'm just really gently swiping back and forth, and then I'm going up to blend it into that Dragon's Cone. I'm gonna have like fire and ice eyes, guys. Isn't it the Songs of Fire and Ice?
Ice and fire.
Ice and Fire, sorry.
Fire and ice sounds better.
Fire and Ice does sound better. J.R. Martin should have known.
George R.R. Martin.
George R.R. Martin, whatever. I'm not into it. Okay. All right, so I have a blue crease. That's where we started this. I don't know if you guys noticed, but sometimes when I don't know what I'm doing, I take drinks. I start just sipping my drink and I'm like, okay. Because I'm like just staring at what's in front of me, trying to figure out where I'm going with it. All right, I'm gonna take my defining chic brush. Actually, I'm gonna take my smudger, the smudger chic brush, and I'm gonna go in, whew, what am I doing here? I'm gonna go in with Wild Things, and I'm just gonna take a little of it. It's kind of a graphite color, and I'm going right on the edge of my crease, and just kind of down in that V. This is obviously gonna be more of a smoky eye than the other. And I'm just kind of blending it into the blue. Like I said, you don't want any kind of marks. And I can always go back with Dragon's Cone and make it brighter. But I just want to kind of get that darker tone down. All right. I also say all right a lot when I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm like, all right. Okay. Okay, so there's like two different ways I could go now. So this is really a cool toned eye. I've got the cobalt and the blue and the graphite. So I could keep going with the cool colors and do like Snow Queen, which is the green, or Cakeless Men, which is that pink. But I think I want some warm to contrast the cool. So I'm gonna go into that Poppy Seed, which was that really cool color that I couldn't figure out exactly what color it is. And because it's kind of like a shapeshifter color, I think it's gonna play well. So I'm just putting that right in the middle of my eye. And see, it did not look like this in the swatch. Now there's some fallout with this. I didn't tap it, that's my fault. But it's going on kind of pewter because I have cooler colors on my eye already. Now I bet you if I had warm colors on my eye, it would go on more green. Okay, there's definitely fallout. Where's my Flurfy? There it is. My Flurfy flan. So, I mean, that's not, and it's, I'm not saying that this is not pretty. I like this. Just trying to figure out where to go in the inside. I think, therefore I am. I think I'm gonna take my MAC 213. Let's see, what should I do? Do I wanna do Cakester or Storm? I think I wanna do Storm, which was that very first color I went into. That was the really cool shifty color too. It has a little bit of a pink to it, but it's almost more silvery. Okay. What do we think, guys? I think that's pretty. I kind of want the pink to show up more. So I'm gonna go into Cakeless Men and go right there, just right, kind of blending it. And I feel like I lost Poppy Seed somewhere. Oh, what side of the brush is it on? I will say that Poppy Seed has a lot of fallout. All right, so then I'm gonna go back with my Flurfy blending. My Flurfy blender is actually a Japanesque one. I'm gonna go back into Dragon Cone. This is a stippled brush. You guys, I already talked about stippled brushes. You should all be very familiar with that term and what they do. And just blend, blend, blend. Now with this look, I probably would wear eyelashes just because I've gone so far up and it is very kind of editorial looking. I'm actually gonna take a little of that Dragon's Cone and go under my eye. Okay, so I mean, I'm really impressed with the color payout on these. This one is definitely more of an editorial palette. Like you can make a look out of it, but it's not gonna be natural looking. I don't see how you would make a natural look out of this, but I mean, I could be wrong. Write to me below if you're like, Jessica, you're not correct at all. I'm taking some of that Cakester and just putting into highlight. But I like it. It doesn't have a color that I would necessarily call a base color or a transition color. But if you want to do something fun and editorial, I think you'll really enjoy this. I'm just putting eyeshadow on my eyes now, guys. Like, now I'm just playing. Like, Jessica, learn when to quit. I needed a support group, guys. I need a support group. I need an adult. Jessica, stop playing in my makeup. My mom never wore a lot of makeup, so that was never something I heard a lot of. She was like a mascara lipstick kind of girl. She still is a mascara lipstick kind of girl. All right, well, I'm gonna go off camera and I'm gonna put some eyeliner and some mascara on and finish the rest of my face, and then I'll be back for my final thoughts. All right, I am Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. No Drama Makeup Mama right now. So on this side of my face, I use the Game of Cones from Bakerie. I also use my Too Faced Diamond Fire highlighter because it's got more of that like green tinge to it, just to kind of give me that ethereal, dragony, rawr. I don't know. I guess you could be like dragon or mermaid or whatever, but this is like the cool side of my face. On this side, I use the Give It To Me Graham palette. I did put some of the blue in there, but you know, it's a very more natural look. It's kind of like fire and ice. And I used the Amazing highlighter to kind of highlight, make the gold in the eyeshadow pop. As far as liner, I actually did use a teal colored liner on this side. It's not showing up teal, so like don't be afraid of color liners, guys. A lot of times it's just gonna pop colors that you've already put on your eyes. And on this one, I used a like bright purple, which you can tell in my waterline, but you really on the outside of my eye, you can't really see. I'm not sure which one I like best. Comment below if you like one of them better than the other. Let's just do this thing. Ready? Which one, guys? Which one? But overall, I enjoyed both palettes. Game of Cones is definitely one of those palettes that like I would reach to grab a color. Like if I need a color that I'm just like, oh, I can't find this color, you know, to make an eye look complete, I would definitely grab this. I don't think that it's an eyeshadow palette that I would use a lot to just do my makeup with. The Graham palette does have, Do It For The Graham, does have a lot of pretty kind of neutrally colors and then some pops of color. I think that I would probably use this one more, and the pan size is gigantic on this. So it is a little spendy. These feel like ColourPop's palettes. They're that kind of heavier cardboard, but they came really well shipped. I have one to give away too. That's the highlighter palette, which I have no doubt will look great. So overall, I'm satisfied with my purchase. It's not, like I said, not something that I would go looking for necessarily, but I'm pleased that I have them in my arsenal, and it definitely is something that I'll pull out and use now that I have. So, all right, guys, what do you think? Let me know down below. I appreciate you spending this time with me. I've got some other new stuff coming in, and I should have some new stuff coming in soon, and I can do some more little first impression videos. I did get some stuff from TJ Maxx, and hopefully I'm gonna be able to try that. And I got some stuff that just came out, so we'll try that too. But until that time, everybody take a deep breath in, let it out, and be still.